Week 13 recap. Eagles fans are something special, aren't they? First game of the week comes from Thanksgiving Thursday. First game for Thanksgiving. We have the Packers at Lions, and everyone thought the Lions would just eat up this Packer cheese, but nope. Wait, pause. But anyways, so the Lions still have concerns, as we all thought that secondary is a problem. Jordan Love first played the game, 54-yard pass, bombed down the field, and he got 3 touchdowns, finished with 268, I believe, passing yards. But Jared Goff, and he played effectively. But the issue with this Lions team, as of recently, they've been turning the ball over a ton, and that pass secondary is not stepping up, man. We know they've been dealing with some injuries, but it's not up to standard, and that could be a real issue coming up late in the season. The Lions do have plenty of time to get this issue fixed before playoffs, as they do play the Vikings twice, play the Bears again, and pretty much the hardest game they have to face for the rest of the season will be the Cowboys. As for the Packers, the next game they got is the Chiefs, Sunday night next week. So, good luck with that. The defense for the Packers definitely stepped up. Limited opportunities here for the Lions. Of course, they had a strong rushing game, but they fumbled it 3 times. That's where the main issue comes from. So, good performance from the Packers. Pretty poor performance from the Lions. It's just a tradition where the Lions lose on Thanksgiving, no matter how good they are.
It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
It's my turn.
Next Thanksgiving game we had was the Commanders at Dallas, and man, props to Dak Prescott. Man, he's definitely putting his name in the MVP race. Where most of you would definitely doubt him, but come on, man, he threw for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. He feasted this game. Commanders defense, big trouble. Definitely made some changes. Got rid of Jack Del Rio. He's been fired. This defense, it's not great, man. It definitely needs a lot of work. So the Cowboys took advantage of that. They just took what was in front of them, and it just ate, man. Darren Bland stepped up, got his 5th pick 6 of the season, got more touchdowns than some receivers in the league. That's insane, man. I think that's his 6th touchdown of the year. He definitely has an argument for Defensive Player of the Year. And this Cowboys team is just heating up towards the end of the season. And I know most people are saying they have a weak schedule and whatnot, but still, come on. They're just absolutely destroying the teams that are right in front of them. Besides, the teams are above 500, but still, they're still heating up. They were competitive against the Eagles. Watch out for this Dallas team.
I think we need to move Lonzo.
That ain't no problem.
Huh?
That ain't no problem.
But you know who was a problem? It's Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, this 49ers defense, this team in general, man. This 49ers team is definitely one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Absolutely dismantled the Seahawks team. On offense, for the Seahawks, couldn't get anything going. The defense were able to limit almost everything they were throwing. Of course, they were without Kenneth Walker, which limited their offense, and Geno Smith might have been injured heading into this game. So all signs were already pointing for the 49ers team. But man, most people thought this game was going to be close. Never was close. 49ers took away with it. Christian McCaffrey is unbelievable. Brock Purdy, he's back to his old self, being effective, clean with the football, limiting turnovers. So watch out for this 49ers team. As for the Seahawks team, it ain't going to get easier. Next 3 games, you got Eagles, Cowboys, and then the 49ers again. So they could easily lose 4 or 5 straight, which is definitely not what you want. So watch out. Watch out for this Seahawks team, man. They're going to be on a losing streak.
Or I'll walk out of this arena.
Oh my! Boy, oh boy, there's the Jets. Tim Boyle couldn't do anything, of course. I don't think anyone expected much for him. This Dolphins team, though, that defense, stepped up big. Of course, it was third-string quarterback, so it can't really take much. But tons of turnovers. The concerning part for this Dolphins was the offense. There was some turnovers. The Jets' defense is still solid, but they've been allowing a lot of yards. But nevertheless. But even with the turnovers, the Dolphins were able to put 31 on the board and overcome those obstacles. Fortunately, Jay Phillips tore his Achilles. He's out for the season. Huge loss for the Dolphins. As for the Jets, man, they're just waiting for the season to end, man. Maybe Aaron Rodgers comes back. I doubt it if they're not contending for the playoffs. But still, watch out, man. This Dolphins team, as long as this defense continues to heat up like this and the offense can limit the turnovers, watch out for this Dolphins team. But the problem now is the offense is starting to turn the ball over a ton. So As the defense got better, the offense got a little worse. So
You are breaking my heart.
next, we got the Steelers at Bengals. And this is a new look from the Steelers. Matt Canada lists Steelers, and this offense was finally able to outgain the opposing team. They put up 400 total offensive yards. Good look on them. I heard they're going to start focusing on giving the ball to more George Pickens and Warren. So we'll see what happens there. As for the Bengals, they had Jake Browning, and he did solid, man. He did what he could against this tough Steelers defense, but he couldn't get the job done. Watch out, man. The Bengals maybe can turn the season around if he's able to step it up a bit, but he didn't show much potential here in this game. So watch out for the Steelers team. If this offense can start heating up now, they can be even more dangerous. It's a winning record, and the offense is only getting better, which is, well, you can't get any worse than what they were earlier. So
I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing.
oh boy, game of the week right here. This was a heck of a game. This game is to determine the leader for the AFC South. Jacksonville at Texans. Huge game here. CJ Stroud balled out again, but so did Trevor Lawrence. Both his offense stepped up, but so did the defense, making plays after play. Derek Stingley got an interception off Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags were able to get 3 and outs here and there. But towards the end, the ref decided to make a questionable call for the Texans. They were driving down the field, making a game-winning touchdown. But threw a pass. CJ Stroud stepped back, threw a pass deep to Tank Dell. Caught it. It got both feet in bounds, but called them out of bounds, which costed them the game. But now the Jacksonville Jaguars lead the division. The defense has been pretty solid, man. Limiting the Texans defense, or Texas offense, to only 21 points, I believe it was. So that's pretty good. CJ Stroud, man, has been balling out, man. He played a heck of a game here. He did get banged up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He makes plays. He could even be an MVP candidate if he gets his team to the playoffs and win some more games, or even maybe win the division. We'll see.
Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Man, who saw the Colts being this good even after losing AR-15? But Gardner Minshew got the job done here. At home, they're now 2-4 at home, which is kind of weird. But they were able to get past this Bucs defense, which is normally pretty tough. But not today. They were able to just run all over this team. Their strength is usually the run defense, but it doesn't matter. They found success. Between Gardner Minshew, Jonathan Taylor, and Zach Moss, they combined for 155 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Good on them. Bucs, they try to rally late, but they found success. They found some success in the air. Baker Mayfield found Mike Evans down deep a couple times in this game, but it wasn't enough. This Colts defense were able to make some plays, stop the offense, and even without Darius Leonard or Shaq Leonard now. So pretty impressive stuff. Watch out for this Colts team. They're in the playoff picture right now. Big surprise there, but we'll see how they finish the rest of the season.
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Next, we have the battle for the NFC South. 2 mediocre teams. 2 pretty bad teams, actually. That's really through 2 picks. We're still able to get the win. All mostly because of the Falcons defense, I would say, because they got that, 92-yard pick 6 from Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates is a baller at safety for them. For the Saints, struggle to get the offensive going. That's been a common theme this season. The defense couldn't do enough to win the game either, but still, this Falcons team are leading the NFC South. Watch out for them. They'll probably make the playoffs and get destroyed by whoever they play first. So, yeah, the NFC South is just playing to see who gets destroyed by the Cowboys. So, yeah, not much to break down here. 2 pretty mediocre teams, maybe even below average teams. So, they might even make the playoffs. So, yeah.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Second down and 4. Saquon Barkley picks up the Giants' first down. Finally forced out of bounds at the 45-yard line after a gain of 14. Pepper's a former Giant, New Jersey native. Here's DeVito with time, fires, and it is caught by the rookie Jalen Hyatt in Patriots territory. Robinson in motion with 2 tight ends. Ball is loose as DeVito looked to get it into the... Third down and 7. Jones pass broken up. Terrific defensive play. Adoree Jackson back in the lineup for the Giants today. Pass was intended for Devontae Parker. But they certainly have run in some of the same circles during their football careers. Hyatt makes the catch. His second.
The run blitz from Carolina, now pass blitz, and a nice job by Levis. Braden's back at right tackle. That's where he was a couple weeks ago against Tampa. That's a nice, easy throw by Levis. Just a snap off to DeAndre Hopkins. He ends up just a yard short. Just a little nice, easy snap to Chris Moore there. Levis, well protected, easy throw, Chris Moore into Panther territory. Just a 3-man rush, 8 back in coverage, and Levis into a tight window. Fake it to Henry, pressure coming, Levis floats it up there, it is caught by Chigo Okonkwo. He's out of bounds. And it's a give to Derrick Henry. Banging his way, burrowing forward.
Next, we got the butt whooping. That was the Rams at Cardinals. Cardinals got their butt whooped at home. The Rams put up 37 points on them. And for the Cardinals, I don't think they put up much. I think they put like 11, 15 points, or something like that. Offense couldn't get anything going. Rams were able to stop them a couple of times. Rams could not be stopped. Matthew Stafford, Puka Cup, that connection, unstoppable. Aaron Donald, troublemaker. What can you expect? This Rams team ain't gonna go chew for, man. This is the middle of the pack team. They're like 5-7 right now, I believe. Not much going on, but they found success ever since Matthew Stafford come back. So we'll see if they can pull a little one streak here. Alright, Broncos is on a 5-game win streak. Look at that, man. They're making a push for the playoffs. Their defense definitely stepped up big here. Had 3 turnovers, 3 fumbles on the Browns side. And the Broncos only fumbled once. But this Broncos defense is definitely stepping it up. I know they played Browns with P.J. Walker. Or not P.J. Walker, actually. It was, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Yeah, that kid. So, held the Browns to 12 points. Wasn't enough to win the game. So the Broncos put up points on the board, man. Russ is cooking. He escaped the pocket a couple of times. Escaped from Myles Garrett a bunch of times. So watch out for this Broncos team. They're only heating it up. Sean Payton's cooking in Denver, man. Watch out, Russ, Mr. Unlimited. Battle on for the Chiefs.
Fake to Jacobs, Miller the block. Time for O'Connell. Downfield he goes. Caught by Adams.
Last time it was 14-14.
Run out of bounds on the play by Snead.
Chiefs ended up winning 28-14.
It's third down and 5. O'Connell. He's got him. Myers, touchdown.
Like we said in the second half. But, which is kind of strange because
Watch, Myers comes in motion, and he and Renfro are stacked together, so there's confusion there when all of a sudden Renfro peels off. It's an easy drag route to Myers as he's able to break the tackle and get into the end zone.
3rd and 21.
Max Crosby does the catch from home, so
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the back, and on a cross right there, it's Sky Moore with the block out there by Marquez, Valdez-Scantling, and out of bounds, Hobbs.
Got the win on the road.
The Chiefs have 6 in the secondary, 3rd down and 6. O'Connell, the rookie out of Purdue, he's got him.
Once he found out that they were struggling. Taylor Swift took jet plane ride to Las Vegas, and maybe that's why they stepped up. So, Taylor Swift, you are the key factor for this Chiefs team.
Where's the best?
How you doing?
Next, you probably got another potential game of the week here. You got the Bills at Eagles. Bills were laying it on the Eagles the first half. Jalen Hurts was struggling in the air, passing the ball. I think he might even threw a pick the first half, and it completed less than 50% of his passes. But, wasn't enough to stop him. Wasn't enough. Second half, he was responsible for 4 total touchdowns. Stepped up big. Was able to get to lead this Eagles team to field goal range for the game-tying field goal in overtime. The Eagles limited the Bills to a field goal, and then the Eagles drove down the field for game-winning touchdowns. This Bills team was not built for overtime. They're 0-5 in overtime. They changed the rules for them, and they still can't win in overtime. How unfortunate, but this Bills team definitely stepped up on offense. They put up 34 points on this tough Eagles defense, which is pretty impressive. But the thing here is the Bills defense let them down. They allowed 37 points. They made it way too easy for Jalen Hurts, and that's what you see from the Bills team this season. So that's what happens when they play good teams. They've been struggling on defense at times, but we'll see how they finish the season. Sunday night! The key part for this Ravens victory over the Chargers here was definitely that defense. 4 total turnovers, 3 fumbles, 1 pick. This Ravens defense is legit. They were scary for the Chargers. They had Justin Herbert seeing ghosts, man. Not really. Justin Herbert is a baller, man. Unfortunately, the coach isn't that great. Doesn't really have a bunch of receiver help out there for him. Not to make excuses for him, that's just facts, man. I love Justin Herbert as a quarterback, man. But it's unfortunate he's not able to go over the hump with this team. For the Ravens, though, Lamar Jackson balled up in the air and on the ground. Zay Flowers had a good game. This Ravens team is number 1 in the AFC now, I believe. Maybe tied for first, something like that. This Ravens team is legit. Watch out for them. They're going to make moves. They've been beating good teams, too, so they're not frauds at all. So this Ravens team is legit contenders for the Super Bowl.